Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. So we're about to get into a thing here. Something tells me that our rapid expansion has not been looked upon kindly by these dudes. So what do we need to do about it? Extreme atmospherics is not like a super high priority. And I know we have a lot of stuff in the queue already, but I'm wondering if maybe the smart thing to do now would be to pick up one more thing from this tier. Probably like... I actually honestly don't know. Probably adaptive bureaucracies. And then go and get our own medium class hulls and start fighting back. We don't have to take anything off the Cravers, but we do need to defend ourselves. And being honest, like, this is a system that has, first of all, genomics, which is one of the best luxuries in the game, if I'm remembering correctly which one it is. I think it's the industry per population one. It's very strong. And secondly, it has a unique world. I don't know what Kairos actually does. Hold on, let's click through to it here. Okay, like most of the Endless Planets, it's just a super science world. Yeah, I want this system. This is a good system. The Jadonics deposit is 3 per turn. Yeah. Okay, so it'd be cool if we could take this from him. So let's take a moment and reevaluate all of our plans, because it's very easy for me to get into sort of a rut mentally. Let's figure out what we're doing. Are we still pursuing the most valuable path in every place? Pumping out population is pretty great as long as we have these high industry worlds to put it on. Right now, Xeno-industrial infrastructure here would still only be 20 industry, whereas a point of population landing on Forest is 17 industry, but also 9 gold and 4 science. Or 5 science, rather. So, because remember, it's the value on the population plus the planet base output value per citizen. So I think we do want to finish building that. AI labor is now pretty strong. Here it's going to be 10 extra industry per person on both of these worlds. So this actually is maybe worth picking up over our last point of population, but I don't see any reason not to let this finish. It's only going to take 2 turns, whereas this is going to be a little bit more expensive. Let's make sure in all other cases. Okay, this is a little bit different, right? Because now we have a Terran world here. And the Terran world is both temperate and fertile. So Xeno-industrial infrastructure here is 50 industry. Right, 3 planets plus 1 fertile plus 1 temperate. 50 industry is harder to beat. And it only takes a single turn to build it. What else is like a huge benefit here? We have 1 hot and sterile planet that has 3 population, and actually neither of our other planets are sterile or hot, although Rotanev 4 will be sterile. So this is an extra 30 industry here. So this can wait a little bit longer. A point of population right now is going to be what, 8 industry, 9 dust, and 14 science. So that's still a pretty good build, I think. Once we start funneling onto this world, it's a little bit less valuable, but honestly, it's not that bad. The output from the blue cap mold and the titanium is nice. Yeah, our population here is still pretty good. Let us check where else are we building population. He's has no temperate stuff and no fertile stuff, so this is just 20 industry here. It'll be 30 if we take over, 30 once we get He's 2. It's 3 turns of build time, so it actually takes longer to do this than it takes to build a population here as well. So yeah, I think we finished populating this place. Viren has picked up... Yeah, Viren has not picked this up. And actually, this world is still hot and it's not fertile. So again, another place where AI labor is very strong. But we don't have quite the industry output here that we have in a lot of other places, so it'll take a little while to build. And on Orion, we have very much the same deal. Xeno-industrial infrastructure is just pretty weak for us, whereas AI labor is going to tend to be very good. But until we actually fill up the population slots on these lava and ash worlds, it's probably just going to be right to keep building population. The more livable by other races our system is, the more likely it is that we should build xeno-industrial infrastructure. Okay, and these guys, this pirate is coming to the system, right? So we can clean him up before we move. Hopefully we have a turn or two before the Cravers declare on us, since we gave them that placation gift. And hopefully that'll be enough time to... I think I am going to go through with that plan. Let's throw you at the front of the queue. I did not go... You know what? I did not hold the right key. I'm pretty sure I was pressing Shift instead of Alt. Okay. Yeah, alright. Where do we want to build... Or where do we want to put down the singularity, then? Is it here? Because the homeworld has 293 industry. If we wanted to pump out a lot of ships, it might be wise to put it on the homeworld, although we don't need that to happen for a few turns yet. I'm going to drop this one on Hees. Let's try to get this place set up as quickly as possible. With our ships being as slow as they are, our factory planet being closer to the front actually matters a significant amount. We may want to rebuild our ships for speed even, maybe. No, we only have one support. Okay, we are as speedy as we are getting. So his ships right now, he's got projectile, and projectile, but with significantly higher numbers. Yeah, wow, that is a much better ship. So we need energy weapons. And shield. Oh, I have to... Yeah. Okay. This is probably worth doing. I think so. So let's let the minor faction shift land. We'll blow that up, and then we'll use our move and head back toward Kuma. Okay, a lot of stuff happens every turn now. Is he not here? Can we not attack him? What is going on? Fleet is busy. Are you sure? Fleet doesn't feel busy. Okay, they attacked us. Well, that'll do. You know what? I think it's because the fleet had an unprocessed move order. I think you have to pull the order out of the queue before you tell them to do stuff. Go ahead and repair and get a move on. So we have discovered the Eider. Okay. We finished this, which unfortunately gives us the wrong resource. We're going to need a lot of titanium, both because the singularity we like is made of titanium, and also because the attack ship has a titanium cost. But we're working real hard on picking up more sources of titanium. Things are coming along. So maintain an Empire approval level of 60 or higher to get a system improvement that gives a little bit of approval. Colonize a new system and raise its science to 60 to get a free hero, who is not great, by the way, for our purposes. Although, maybe he'd be okay as a commander? Or get a different thing that gives... These are the same thing, aren't they? This is a system improvement. It costs 320, gives 5 approval. This is a system improvement that costs 320 and gives 5 approval. These are the same thing in everything but name. Weird. I mean, maybe we want the free... It's got to be right to take the free hero, right? And raise a system's science to 60 is basically just build population, so... Actually, we could do that instantly by just moving moving E here to the place we want to raise up. So, it's not that the approval's not useful, but I think we really do need to get our resource deposits producing as hard and fast as possible. Like I said, we're going to end up needing a lot of resources here. Okay. This is still very expensive. Output on this planet is strong. Let's expand. Is Rotanev a system that has... Okay, Rotanev's where our capital is, right? So this doesn't do nothing, but I think I'm a little bit nervous about increasing our militarist ideology, because we're about to do some fighting, probably, and I don't want the militarists to be in control of the Senate for all of forever. I doubt we'll be able to keep them from getting in control for a little while, but we can make that a temporary thing. Alright, so let's take our ship and go try to settle Harrow before anybody else does. You know what? It might be the case that I could have equipped extra engines on the settler ship designs. Well, let's actually go look at that, because he's about to pass through one of our systems. Yeah, totally. Okay. So why don't you divert to Orion? You just make it as far as here and stop. We'll refit those ships. They'll get to the place they're going considerably faster. How are you doing? You're already praised. We can't afford to boost you up anymore. We can say hi to these guys. It's expensive. Plus 5 dust per curiosity discovered on Empire. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I wonder how long we have until the Cravers declare. Okay, so that was the precursor for our new hulls. Now we gotta go and actually grab the hull designs. And once again, I held the wrong button. Okay, we were cordial with these guys. They're telling us they're going to declare in 2 different ways, and then they make the declaration, because it is never the case that the Cravers can do anything without saying it 3 times. It's a little known part of their lore. You need to be upgraded. Okay, yeah, that cut a lot of turns off of his travel. This is just a scavenger ship. So this is... That's not Sophon Blue, that's the other blue. Who is that? Hey, how you doing?
Your contact with us brings more worry than joy.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the one you need to worry about. If you're up here, you probably also have Craver problems, right? He's like here. Alright, so how long until this is destroyed? It is... Okay, it is destroyed. Too late, it's all over. Annoying, but we'll survive. I mean, I guess I hang out until... Man, applied cryogenics is very far away. So right now, this would be 50 science here. That's actually pretty significant. And it's so little cost to build that it doesn't even delay our next point of population.
I shall defend the faith.
Okay, I don't... What?
Horatio's plans for this galaxy do not include your meddling and rudeness.
That's not what you just... Okay, that voice line is not linked to the correct text. Okay, well, he bailed out real fast. That's kind of interesting. So what do we want to do here? I kind of want to just... Yeah, I'm just going to run the scout ship down here as well. Why don't you make the compression singularity that we're going to need in a second here? Well, we're making lots of really good progress on just strengthening our colonies, at least. We're all gaining lots and lots and lots of resource points. What is this? Pirates. Quest pirates, no less. Well, we are long-range ships right now, so... I don't know where these pirates are from. Okay, well, we managed to not really take any damage there. Please get back on this world. It is too valuable for you not to be on it. And then... So we now have 2 hot and sterile planets. Population here is still 15 extra industry each. So let's do some more of that. At some point we'll have enough industry that, or we'll have enough people that it will make... Well, actually, right now, what is this? This is 40... takes a long time to build, but I think actually it might... that's not what I was trying to grab. It might be sensible to build this first. It is actually already quite a bit of industry, and it's going to make building the rest of the population pretty fast. Well, I'm gonna build another Geist. Oh yeah, fair point. Let's actually accelerate Orion. Alright, we will support these guys. I'm not gonna bother rigging an election right now. We need the resources still. And as long as we're building up I don't know what to call this. Seniority, I guess? As long as we're building up party experience on the pacifists, that's a good thing. So we have access to an extra law slot now. We could be running... We could be running Peacetime Prosperity Initiative. We have 34 population. So this is an extra 150-ish. It's a little less than 150 per turn. Extra resource generation and strategic deposit. Oh, well, we don't have nearly the income to support a law that actually costs influence, though. This might be the way to go. It's a lot of science, and we're not hurting too badly on money right now. Okay, so his medium-sized ships are energy weapons, projectile defenses, which is weird because that's not particularly effective against us. She keeps threatening me and saying she's going to declare war on me. I have literally no idea where in the universe she is. Alright, well, we fight him, right? There's no sense in letting him build up more troops here, and we're certainly not going to be building up more troops. Are his guys... Okay, it looks like at least some of their weapon systems are beams. So they're split between beams and lasers, but pretty heavy on the beams, I guess. So if we go... If we go power to shields, we might be able to get some damage in here. We're not going to have a better opportunity than this with this fleet. Ah, we almost killed one of them. Yeah, we're not going to be able to fight back with just smalls. He has actual modules, and we don't, so... We're going to have to fix that, too. The other thing we could have done there was just run, but honestly, the value of those ships is low enough that I don't think that's necessary. So he is now energy weapons projectile defenses. He's just changing his stuff to mess with me. Alright, let's start popping out some more ships. Right, because we can build another 4-size fleet in 2 turns. We have 137 influence. We wait until the praise wears off, and then we hit these guys again. We can maybe even turn them to our side. Yeah, let's just hold off. You get upgraded and then move. Okay, only 4 turns now. I guess just hide in the hangar for a moment. We'll get to you. And there's a huge lava world right here. Seems like a no-brainer. We can do this. I want to save my Hyperium, or my Titanium, rather. Alright. I'd really love it if we could just not have a war. If we have to have a war, obviously I'm dedicated to winning that war, but I'd really love it if we just didn't have a war. Hey, look, we did it. We should grab this. Okay, so he has finished whatever it was doing. What was it doing? It was colonizing a world, sure, that makes sense. And that's right, we wanted the pilgrims all over here, and they came over here of their own volition, which I really appreciate. A little bit extra science out of them, and then... So here we don't have any temperate or fertile. All 3 of our planets are sterile and 2 of them are hot, so this is pretty good. Right now this would be 60 industry. It's hard to argue with. And this is free Hiroshims. That's fine. Oh, what is going on here? This is not acceptable. No, not you. You go back over here. We need Riftborn here. And then, like, what are you guys doing? You're on the wrong world, right? 8752 versus 012400. These guys want to be on sterile worlds, actually. These ones want to be on fertile worlds. We really can't do a lot for them on that one. And as long as we keep the food surplus positive... Okay, so probably it's best to keep the Kalgaros over here. I don't want them dying off, necessarily. This is a system that's so far away from its population cap that it really doesn't make sense to allow people to die. Yep, random pirates, always random pirates. Okay, so we now have this available. Man, our science output has really risen over the last few turns. Look at how many fewer turns that's going to take to finish. But we are going to have to put together a real ship design. So I'm reticent to pull stuff out of the queue because I know we have partial completion on some of these, but I don't remember which ones. So we're just going to keep messing with the queue. We're probably going to want to get command points and then at least one weapon module thing. We might want to pick up Hyperium weapons too, since we currently don't have a huge amount of use for our Hyperium. Yeah, okay. Let us fix up these designs then. So wait, what are our ships doing right now? We were energy. So these guys are starting split. The problem with that split is that it makes it less powerful for you to stick to one range. Okay. I mean, we could be using Hyperium engines, and in fact we probably should be in all of our ships, using Hyperium engines. Because first of all, they're faster, and secondly, they give evasion. Okay. How long does it take to build a spirit here? These cost 608, so it's almost exactly two turns. It's just a little bit under 2 turns. Alright. Not overjoyed about some of the way things are going, but we'll figure it out. This is becoming a real problem. He's generating a lot of influence from this world. We need to up our influence output in return. I don't know how far away he is from the conversion tech. It's probably quite a ways yet, but let's not rely on him never getting it, you know? Alright, luxury, or strategic resources, rather, are coming in really fast. Very, very good. Okay, we're at 300 industry on this planet as well, or this system, rather. So, we can produce some more ships here. It's a bummer to produce ships in more than one place, because you end up with multiple systems that are really devoted to militarists. And that can be tough to root out once you get it going, especially if you're talking about losing pacifists to pick up militarists, which is a real shame. Maybe we should go for... How expensive is this? This is less than a turn. Yeah, that makes sense, because that will push us over to ecstatic, which is another 15% resource output. And then this is pretty bad here. But actually, there's no industry output from forests. So Xeno-industrial infrastructure at plus 20 industry is still probably the best thing we can do for our industry in this system. Okay. Alt-click. There you go. Alright, so when that finishes, it'll be the same turn that this finishes. It'll give us enough command points to loop 4 smalls and the medium into a single fleet, and we can go and see about holding Kuma long enough to set up a colony. And we're working really hard on getting this stuff done everywhere.
How's it going?
Yes, we're good friends. Feel free to offer the science thingy. More resource generation. Always more resource generation. You guys are not doing anything of terrible import, so you can stop and build the next compression singularity. Okay, we got here. Now, there's not a lot of industry available anywhere. I think we have to start on the small baron. The deserted cities will give us a place to live, right? This is the only planet that has any meaningful industry to start with. Man. I want to actually look at this. Can we see the abandoned cities? Oh, a little bit. Or the deserted cities. I think that might be what's going on there. This one's a little bit less clear than some of them. We definitely want to add 25 industry to this world. Yeah, that'll get that done pretty quickly. Then we'll have a source of transvine. We probably want to go ahead and make it so that we can start upgrading our systems as well. We have a little bit of income. A little bit of luxury income. Okay. Fleet up, upgrade, and let's get moving. So let's praise these guys twice. That'll get us to 75 with them relatively quickly. These guys, we have one more turn left on our praise. So let's let that wear off. Where do I want to hit the singularity? Probably over here, right? Like, these 3 systems are still really setting up, and this will help a lot. More pirates are coming to intercept my poor scout ship. Oh well. Colony in 3 turns. And then, I mean, we'll be able to solve that problem down there. We'll just build a couple of ships to hold it. So, I probably want to push up one more tier, right? Gas giant population and tundra population are both within the next turn. I might let that finish. And we should pick up... If we're going to pick up Hyperion weapons here, we should go for the projectile option here, so that we have upgraded projectile weapons and upgraded energy weapons. But I'm going to let these finish, so that we can expand onto the 1 or 2 gas worlds we have access to. Okay, yeah, I think we're still doing sensible stuff, mostly. This system should probably have more orders than it has. We don't have... I don't know, we have some anomalies here. So this would be 12 extra science on this world and 4 extra science on this world. And this is a place with a fair amount of population. That's fine to build there. And I'm going to try to avoid having to build ships from too many systems at once, because I really do not want to completely lose control of my Senate. I really like that part of the game, by the way, the fact that I have to think about that, instead of just being like, yeah, we're at war, let's make troops. Okay. Interestingly, no attempt has been made by Red to colonize this system. The Sophons are putting down, and we're going to have to beat them to that. That's not okay. How many turns? 2 more turns? Alright, these guys have low enough damage that you might survive. You could retreat. Yeah, a retreat should be safe, right? Just find someplace to be. Friendly territory, sure, that's fine. Alright, lots and lots of industry now from a lot of worlds. So I think here it behooves us to just keep building population now. We've got a lot of points of industry available to us. And we make them pretty quickly. We're going to have to keep checking back here, though, and making sure they go to the right world. Alright, we also need to build a compression singularity somewhere. Where is the place that it would be least bad? Let's do it right here. Forest is not doing anything in particular. I'm going to send our colony ship out next turn. I want to make sure that these ships don't get beaten there by several turns. Although, if Blues put down a colony... What is everybody's relationship with the Cravers right now? He's actually only at war with me. Man, it'll be very annoying if the Cravers interfere with just me enough to let the Sophons take Kuma. Kuma is a fine system. It would be very, very good for me to have.
Horatio's plans for this gap.
Yeah, so he sends... I think it's the text that's wrong on that. Because he sends you that when he's distressed, and he tells you that you basically should go away forever. So it seems to me like maybe he's not supposed to be... telling you that he's going to offer you an alliance. Alright, 1 turn on this, and 6 turns on that. Because the Geist has 10 move. It'll take the Geist... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and launch it now. It'll get there before they do, but not a huge amount before. It has to get there pretty quickly so that we can guarantee that the Sophons don't snake it from us. Be the first to win 10 battles. I'm actually leading right now. 100 Hyperium is not the thing I want most in the universe, but it's also not something I'd turn down. Not at this point. Okay. We're working on building better modules so that we can actually compete. For now, we're going to have to use brute force and his stupidity to defeat him, I think. Okay, wait. Huh, the Craver ship just left Kuma? It didn't attack me or anything. Weird. Alright, let's go to Molten Springs. The Sophons are not going to love this. I'm going to steal from them. They're going to steal from me in response. We did it. We can now see every hero in the galaxy. I'm not sure how useful that is, honestly. But, like, this is pretty cool, right? That is very neat. Alright, this is a pretty freaking good system, man. So let's lay in 17. 17 industry. That's lovely. Each one of these guys is another 22 industry. I love that. I love that very much. Let us... What was I going to do here? I don't even know what my plan was. We could build this. Population cap in this system is only 12, though. We probably want to build a university in a place that can hold more people. Like here. So then what do we want to build? I don't really want to build ships here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can build. We can build this and really make a lot of money. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but compared to our current income of 69, it's pretty solid. Alright, so the Cravers, the Sophons might be mad at us. We'll have to negotiate those waters. Are you, can we be cool? How hard would it be for us to be cool? What if I gave you a bunch of robots? You're not interested in robots. What if I gave you 5 antimatter? Think of all the matter elimination you could do. 5 is how much you could do, but that's like pretty good. He would really love it if we just gave him a system. Do you want some transvine? I want there not to be a war. This war is tedious. We're never going to be able to stop building ships. Let's be 100% clear about that right now. The moment the Cravers perceive us as being weaker than them, they will attack us again. That's just the nature of Endless Legend AI. Or sorry, Endless Space AI. That's the nature of Amplitude's AI, but also just kind of 4X AI in general. There doesn't seem to be anything we have that he is interested in enough. There's no way we're going to be able to negotiate a deal with the amount of influence we have right now. If we can do a little bit of damage to him, we might be able to move that along. Okay, it's going to be like 3 turns until you guys are ready to talk. Let's do this. Get them ticking. I don't want to commit too much influence, though, because I do want to be able to make a deal here. Once we have Hyperion Magnetics, we're pretty much in a position to fight, although Hardened Alloys might be a good play as well. Both so that we have another upgraded weapon and so that we have 3 more command points on our Empire. But I really need to be doing other things. I need to be picking up, like, culture centers and national museums. I need influence so that the Sophons don't consume my systems, because Khurana's starting to become an issue. I really just need to... I need this war nonsense to end. Oh, sure, yes, there is a war. Zenith is completely blockaded, and I'm the one who's going to pay the price. Well, retreating would kill us. So, let's fight, do a little bit of damage if we can. Wow, a very little bit. I did what? Surma won. Did I queue up a... Huh. I don't remember queuing up an anomaly. Alright, I think we're still doing basically same stuff everywhere. We now have the AI construction in all of our systems, which is a big deal. Food isn't converted into dust is actually pretty good for us, because food is not super valuable for me. And we get a new hero. It's hard for me not to pick up a Riftborn, because the Riftborn have some pretty great skills. For example, this, and also that. And then this guy is an Overseer on top of it, which is, you know, our current governor is an Overseer Riftborn, and as you can tell, it's pretty great. What was the other guy? The other guy's a Counselor. Counselors have Blue Sky Speculator and Public Relations Expert, both of which are good. It might be a good idea to put this guy down on one of those contested systems. Actually, I kind of really like that. Why don't we pick this dude up? Put him down as a governor on, like, Orion. Just really, really push the influence capabilities of Orion, build influence wonders and stuff there, and use it to hold back Sophon influence. That sounds good. Let's do that. That's the plan. So what are we going to do here? What we're going to do here is probably a system upgrade. Getting to have a fair amount of population. And then after that, it's probably more population. Howdy. Howdy, friend.
You're making the Sophonity nervous. What are you up to?
That's my backyard, just so we're both clear. Should I give them something? Maybe I should give them a gift, just to like make it super clear that we're not enemies. Alright, so we'll use him to help production along. And we're going to need to actually research something that gives a lot of influence. And this is not bad, but like we need the culture center. Oof, we've had a lot of research to do for a long time. Yeah, I don't know how to make it clear to him that I still want to be friends. It's just that he can't have Kuma because it's mine. I don't know how to express that idea to an AI. And after we build this in for us, we're going to go ahead and grab the last world and finish populating it. Okay, who wants to do the thing? You are going to do the thing. Get me a new singularity. Next turn, that'll be resolved. Hopefully he'll stop looking at us that way. We're still 3 turns off here. Population. Next turn we have this. Any chance that the Cravers are feeling a little bit more amenable to peace? Yeah, I've heard that before. It doesn't. It looks like he's reading the deal the exact same way. Yeah. All right, we'll get there. We may have to steal something from him first. We'll see if that's even feasible. But I want to make sure Kuma is up and secure before I move the fleet away. Okay, so it's nice of you to build me a nice outpost to overtake. Alright, what is it that you guys would like from us? Reach 70 approval in your empire and maintain it for 10 turns. That's kind of an annoying one. What is the trait we would get from them? I've forgotten already. Ah yes, wonder cost down. Not awesome. What is my empire-wide approval level? It is well north of that, so... let's tag this so I remember that we're working on that. And if we get this system to 60 science, we will be moving our faction quest forward as well. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of good science buildings to put on it. Well, the level 2 modernization will help. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. E has just opened up peer review, which is pretty fantastic. Because keep in mind, level 12. So this is plus 40 plus another 48 science in that system. We could move our faction quest along a little faster by just reassigning him. Is that worth doing? I don't remember what the next step of our faction quest awards us. Okay, we're about to pick up an actual science building. That's good. And we have incoming. I don't know if you guys saw that already, but what do we got? We have 12 command points worth of projectile weapon energy defense ships. What kind of projectile weapons does he have? He is on torpedoes. Okay. That probably works out okay for us. So let's swap to bullets. Wait. Shield and bullet. Our basic ultranet slugs, which are a little bit better than the bullets we were used to using. I wish there was a faster way to do this, and there might be. If you know of a faster way to replace all of the weapon modules on a ship, I know once we've actually pulled stuff out of the slots, we can just do this to fill them. So I should probably do that. Okay. This is good. I really, really like using bullet weapons against torpedo guys. Alright. We are upgraded. Let's pop this down on Orion, because Orion still has a lot of stuff to do. We're working on important technologies. So what is he bringing? He's bringing 3 smalls and 3 mediums against my 4 smalls and 1 medium, which is to say he's going to win, but we can make it costly. So Rotanev may have to refocus a little bit on building ships again. Looks like there's actually no industry toward that at all, so let's do this. Okay. If we were to win this battle somehow, this might well be enough to push for a cheaper peace treaty. Wonder if there's any chance we can get peace from him now and just not have to deal with this. Because he is less amenable. As you might imagine, he thinks he's got something here. Alright, let's endure it and we'll see where it goes. Should I just reassign E? I should probably do it. Because this is going to give us a hero, right? It's also going to help this system develop. Yeah, now it's at 183 science output. So that'll push our faction quest along. We get NX Jink, who can hopefully be useful to us. I don't remember him making a great governor, but maybe we can do something a little different with him. Okay. I was kind of hoping it would let me equip before this happens, so he wants to be at short range. No, sorry, he wants to be at long range, right? Torpedo ships. These ships are a little different. He's actually mixed up his fleet quite a bit here. This is not bad construction. Well, I doubt this is going to go well for us, but we should do some damage. I lose 2 phantoms, he loses 2 slicers, and other than that, there's basically no damage. That's actually pretty good for us. Alright, what is this? This is a scavenger coming back from something. So we can assign an NX Jink to a fleet with high offensive power to gain a new free law that lowers ship costs. Or we can assign him to a system with a trade company HQ to get a diplomacy cost reduction. Well, this one doesn't really do that much. 400 offensive power. The offensive power of this fleet is sufficient. Cool, we're tearing through our faction quest now, man. Alright, possess 4 systems of level 3 or higher to halve the construction cost of our population. Very powerful. Raise Empire manpower capacity to 2,900, which it's already close to get an upgrade to our manpower conversion efficiency. I don't like this as much. Or, don't be at war for 20 turns to split the difference. Well, this I think is an obvious winner. We're going to want to keep expanding, probably. Yeah, I don't think that this is very good. Although right now we're getting away with getting all of our manpower from minor factions, that may not continue to be the case. And also, this one would be really easy to get. No, it has to be, though. It has to be lower cost of population. That's really powerful. So we're going to have to actually get our System 3 upgrade. Okay, you need to colonize a world. So we're producing a ton more dust now. Do I want to do this? This system's not outputting a huge amount of science. Probably not. We want to, if we're going to build this, let's build it elsewhere. Here we could build... I mean, there's a bunch of cheap stuff we could build that has a non-zero effect. Yeah, let's just burn through this stuff real fast. We get a lot of cheap points of stats. Although, actually, you know what? None of this stuff is better than just building population on forests, probably. Yeah. Screw all this. Let's just colonize forests, max out the population. Alright, so, NX Jink, you are a fighter. This is what you tell me. What can we do with that? Okay, Seeker is actually just kind of a bad tree. It's not That's not really very impressive. Okay, this is pretty good. He, okay, that's something. Fleet health. Lower ship cost on systems. Yeah, that's right. This is what I was remembering. He's just kind of like bad. He just doesn't have good skills at all, anywhere, ever. Alright, well, I guess let's buy these. Okay, repair our ships completely, and how quickly could we pump out? Okay, Phantoms would take a long time. He's got another ship coming. Our stuff is a ways off yet, our reinforcements. We have a little bit more influence to play with and a little bit more resources.
Are coming.
So let's see if we can negotiate something now. Yeah. We have a lot more resources that we can offer him. So I mean, this is not working. He likes blue cap mold. Has a little plus by it. I assume that's what that means. Okay, we can do this. So if we give him like blue cap mold and a bunch of Hyperium, does that, or titanium rather, does that call it? He's being ambiguous. I hate it when they're ambiguous. What if we did manpower instead? No. Okay, hard no. I think he likes the Hyperium less than the titanium. Our titanium gathering speed is pretty good. I wouldn't be too upset to trade him our surplus. Okay, he took that. Good. All right, we were able to buy enough time to hold on to this system. Okay, we'll rebuild. We'll work on our fleet a little bit here, and hopefully the next time he comes knocking, we can just take Graphius off of him. And this means that we don't have to devote everything to maintaining the war. Every once in a while, our laws just like stop being a thing. I'm not sure what causes that. Okay, I think I want both of those laws back on. Like, they're pretty good. They're pretty good for the system we find ourselves in. It ends up being a net increase of a huge amount of resources. Okay, you are... Yeah, give me some more industry. Alright, so we're 3 turns off of having access to the culture center. And we have this now. So... there's only 2 population slots on the world we started on. And there's just no industry to speak of anywhere, man. Here the base output is 2. Over here it also has 2. And these systems are... the system's going to be powerful, but we're going to have to force it a little bit. I'm not 100% sure how we'll do it. That system's going to be a little bit of a slow burn. Alright, we've managed to get pretty much everything we want, though. Let's finish populating. Maybe not everything we want, but everything we were realistically aiming for. Alright, so we're going to have 50 approval with these guys soon, so a little bit more resource income from them. And we're trying... what is it we're trying to do? We're trying to get 4 of our systems to level 3. So, once we finish the text that we're looking at right now, we'll go and push system level up. Or our system improvements up. Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, get out of here, I said as he advances. Okay. Yeah, the Cravers are doing pretty alright. I guess it's actually kind of a good thing that we're near them because it means that we can exert more pressure on them than we could otherwise. Sometimes the Cravers seem to run away with it a little bit. What am I doing? It's like I forgot that I had their quest already. It's almost like that. To be clear, I do think that war with the Cravers is inevitable. I just don't think that it was to our benefit to fight right at that moment. He was definitely more ready for that war than we were. Alright, so one more turn to interspecies HR. We are now amicable with those dudes.
Horatio doubts your motives and your ethics.
Wait, where do you think your border is? These AI, I don't know, man. Sometimes they shout some things at you that make me wonder if they are actually paying attention to the game. Alright, so what next? We haven't picked up anything that's like super mind-blowing here. I guess let's colonize another high industry world and populate it with terrifying alternate universe robot men. Alright, so is Orion level 2? It's not. So that needs to be the next thing we spend mushrooms on. What's our mushroom gather rate? It's pretty... Oh, it's actually faster than I thought. Oh, that's right. We don't have any mushrooms because they just gave them all away. So Orion needs to put that on in its queue right away. And we need to get our second level of system upgrade ready, which actually just means one more build. And it's probably, as much as I like predictive logistics and industrial zones, it's got to be commercial frameworks, right? We have to get this going. These trade companies seem pretty good. Okay. Now, our approval is mostly very good, so we don't actually need to worry about that approval building we just picked up too much. This is pretty powerful. Science output in this system is just not that great, really. Well, we'll have to figure that out. It'll get better when we do this, when we take over this world. So actually, for right now, it's probably better for me to just finish populating. Oh, Surma needs stuff too. You know what, let's do these real quick, just in case they're anything really interesting. I don't think we need to rush them, though. And then we'll grab AI labor, which is obviously very, very strong. This might be worth rushing. Nah, it's just one turn. Okay, come on, really cool curiosities. Show me some really cool stuff. Okay, no big surprises there. We're getting pretty close to pulling these guys. Got some dark glitter, which is not awesome. We got a battle tactic that I have actually used. So we probably... I'm going to pick up Public Relations Expert first before we go for the science techs. I don't know if that's crazy, but I think we need to get this going, like, pretty much right away. Okay, and you have a cold and sterile world. So this would just be 10 industry. It's the same as Xeno-Industrial Infrastructure, except Xeno-Industrial Infrastructure is like a quarter of the price. Well, a third of the price. What would be the next smartest thing to do here? Do we need to just start grabbing worlds? Like, I just need to put more population down, maybe? 31 dust per citizen. Really, that's something. 30412, 00417. That's not bad. We can't actually. This is the next world we should take over, but we don't have the ability to inhabit these steppes. Machine bacteria is a low-level tech. We could grab that pretty quickly. Well, how long is it going to take to explore these? A considerable amount of time. This might be worth spending dust on, just to, see if we find anything cool. So let's study these ruins and the life forms, I think, first. And Surma's going to need to make a ship or two, because there's too many damn neutral ships running around over here. Also, we should explore what's down here. This might be an inhabitable system. Alright, 7 turns on the culture center. We're already starting to output more industry. Unfortunately, I don't have a really, like, simple way of seeing what his industry output on this world is. Where do I want to put this down? Probably right here, right? Yeah, we want to get AI labor finished as quickly as possible. We want this to be a formidable world. Alright, we just hit an hour. I'd like to go until Nos resolves, though. Okay, we discovered the Red Sang exists. That's not really great. Got 5 XP on ships. We discovered an amoeba. Not good. Not useful to us. And one of our expeditions just hard failed. There were ruins on Harrow, and there was nothing of interest in them? Really? That seems unlikely. It's Harrow. How would you not find something? I don't know. It seems like Harrow must be very significant, doesn't it? Alright, we'll get this search to... Okay, we're doing important stuff. We need another singularity. Who is doing the least important stuff? Actually, we should do it here. Because the singularities are made out of time rather than industry, you want to build them in the place where you are losing the least industry by turning the system off for a turn. And for us, it is definitely over there. Okay, you can see the effect on the influence of this, the influence circle of the system already. It's growing noticeably, turn over turn. Even with just that one hero skill. Okay, Spica 1 has a science and dust anomaly. That's cool. We gotta pick up machine bacteria. Let's grab that real quick, because that is really the world we should settle next in that system. And then... now we have access to another level of system upgrade. We should start building our... what do you call it? We should start building our trade companies. That actually should happen on Forest, maybe? Because on Forest, they'll have to travel the maximum distance to get anywhere else. It's like Forest and Kuma can be our endpoints for the first one, maybe? That seems sensible. Alright. So where do I want to put this singularity down? Let's build up Kuma. I think that's probably a good idea. We want Kuma to be able to fight back when the what's-names comes calling again. And we really just, like, spam population. Both of these worlds are fantastic. So, we have income of Transvine. Oh, no, we will have income of Transvine. We don't have income of the Jadonics. We didn't get it. I'm going to push this up in front just so that we start getting these. I would hate to put Blue Cap in both levels of our system upgrade, since we're already having enough trouble funding just one level of system upgrades with it. Again, we're going to push for the pacifists. Looks like we're going to end up industrialist militarist, maybe? It's a close race. It looks like pacifists pulled it out, though. Oh, maybe not. Okay. That's good. The pacifist laws are fine. I'm not too worried about the actual laws, but I really want to try to get them in charge, because right thing rule is fantastic. Okay, raise the amount of dust produced in the galaxy. The winner gets a bunch of Red Sang, which, by the way, gives food. So, not awesome for us. We've discovered some mutated flora, which does, at the very least, give approval. Okay, so some of the stuff on Spica has been pretty cool. We can now colonize this, which we need to do. We should probably help that along with Dust in a couple of turns, once it becomes feasible. Alright, we have some forces sitting on Kuma, ready for the betrayal, which is coming. And we're just about ready. What is my... Okay, we're about to be overexpanded. This is not a terrible thing, but it's not the best either. Okay, so a little bit of overexpansion doesn't hurt your approval level too much. We'll want to fix it, though. Okay, should I pull her back? Her? Should I pull that hero back? I have no idea what gender my robot hero is. Probably none would be my guess. Alright, you guys just want to be happy. So it doesn't really matter where you work. Let's try to build a whole bunch of Riftborn in your system very quickly. You know, get some good science. We can population cap that system pretty fast. Where does my hero need to be? Where's it most valuable for my hero to be? Right now, this hero is contributing a lot of science. What else? 60 industry, plus another 20 per hot, plus another 2 per population, and a whole lot of science. So really, E should be in a place that needs to get built up. I guess that's still here for now. Yeah, that's fine for now. Okay. Well, let's launch you. Get our second fleet ready. And we can now take over Rotanev 4. Is it better for us to do that now, or should we just build some more population? We should level up Orion, that's for sure. Science output of this system is considerable. This is probably what we should do.
Horatio doubts or mope?
I think he thinks my capital is on his border. That's a hell of a claim. Alright, well I think that's going to be it for today. Come back next time. We're probably going to have to do something about Spica to prevent it from getting completely consumed. But I think we're starting to win the fight over here. We're starting to push back on him a little bit. I don't honestly have a great long-term plan. Obviously, our science output is such that we could reasonably win most of the internal victory types, I think. A science victory is definitely on the table. It's totally possible that obelisk victory might be a thing. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Any of the non-military victory types is looking good. And I think I've done a much better job managing these guys this game than I had last game. So that's going to be it for today. Come back next time. Hopefully we'll be able to actually put a dent in the Cravers. I don't like just sitting with them as our neighbor for a very long time. And honestly, I think Graphius would be a real asset. So yeah, come back next time. Maybe we're going to sharpen the knives a little bit. And we'll see you then.